Welcome to On the Fence, the show that's about helping you decide whether or not to spend your hard-earned money on the biggest and possibly best releases. Injustice, Nick.
Injustice 2, Hans. No subtitle.
We do not get much injustice as we are white.
That's...
But I know a lot of people, like Iowa, who have suffered injustice in their life. Is this game anything about that?
I'm not touching that.
Okay.
So this is Injustice 2, yes, the sequel to Injustice Gods Among Us.
A DC-themed beat-em-up
Yes.
from the makers of Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
Mortal Kombat!
The second from NetherRealm Studios. Kind of continuing that theme of... it's a Mortal Kombat fighter but with new characters, essentially. It's that style of fighting game compared to your Street Fighters and your Tekkens. So it's your standard light, medium, heavy, back to block, that shit, meters. So yes, the big thing in Injustice 2, it is a fighting game. However, they have added loot, Hans.
Loot?
All the loot. But we'll get into that in a second, because first things first, as is important in any fighting game.
Fighting?
Yeah, it's a fighting game. No.
Yeah, but is that what you're going to show
No.
us, fighting?
I need to show you, Hans. If I can remember where it is. Yeah, this is the best way to do it. Hans.
Yes.
Let's go through all these characters.
That's actually not too bad. I was expecting a ridiculous amount.
So I believe it's...
What the fuck? That Batman looks ridiculous.
We'll get to that, Hans.
Okay.
So Batman.
Yes. Batman.
Superman.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, alright, then we'll just go across here.
I was going to say, yeah.
Swamp Thing.
I know Swamp Thing.
Cyborg.
That's a really crappy looking cyborg.
Catwoman.
Yeah, I know her.
Flash.
Yes.
Green Lantern.
Why does he actually have a lantern?
Because fuck it, Hans.
That's ridiculous.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Batman, Superman.
Jared Leto as Joker.
Oh, that's gonna piss some people off. Why does Flower disappear? Let's see. Roster out. Boom.
Because I believe when it loads in here, it's his base model, and then it'll load in my loot.
Alright, okay.
Do you want just to get up and let the cat out, Hans?
Yeah, you go through them. I can see from...
Atrocitus!
No, okay, I've never heard of him.
He is a Red Lantern.
I know what a Red Lantern is.
With a flying cat.
What?
He's a flying cat. That cat is also a Red Lantern, I believe.
This is ridiculous.
Gorilla Grodd.
I know him. That's a Flash villain.
Cheetah.
Yes, that's a Wonder Woman villain.
Deadshot.
Is it Will Smith?
No. Poison Ivy.
She looks weird. Why does she look weird?
I don't know. She looks better. That side, yeah, you're right. That side on looks weird. Supergirl.
Yeah, I know her.
Green Arrow.
Never heard of him.
That's. Come on. Stephen Amell. Come on.
Yeah.
Dr. Fate.
I know him. Yeah, actually I know him.
Blue Beetle.
Yeah, right. Let's get over this, Nick. You said you'd never
I don't
heard
know
of
who Blue Beetle
Are you
is.
serious?
Never heard of Blue Beetle.
Ah.
And also the next guy. Never heard of Firestorm.
Yes, Firestorm is actually two people combined.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've got that now. After
Yeah.
playing the story.
No, Firestorm, I know him, yeah.
Aquaman.
Yes.
Not Jason Momoa.
No, he's not.
Black Canary.
He is not black.
Not Black Widow either.
No.
Darkseid, who I got for pre-ordering the game.
That's a really crappy Darkseid.
He's not very big looking.
No,
I thought he was meant to be a
Darkseid's-
big guy.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Never heard of her.
Black Adam. Also
Oh!
not black.
Why is it not The Rock?
Running theme here. People with black in their name. Not black people.
Very few black superheroes.
Captain Cold.
Yes, you said you never heard of him.
Never
either.
heard of Captain
God
Cold.
damn it, Nick, he's like one of the Flash's biggest villains.
Robin. Damian Wayne Robin.
Yeah.
'Cause he has a
he's
sword.
really old in that. Because Damian Wayne in the
Yeah.
comics is only like 12.
Scarecrow. Quite possibly my favourite ever Scarecrow design.
Yeah, it's fucking
It's bad fucking ass.
creepy as shit.
Bane.
That's actually an alright Bane.
That's a good Bane.
It's different, but it's not bad.
And Brainiac, who I got unlocked for beating the story.
He kind of looks a little bit like Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, he does. Kind of sounds like it in the story as well, not
Got
gonna
that
lie.
right.
Alright, so just want to get the roster out of the way before we go into the loot thing. So,
Wait, we should really show fighting before we go into the loot thing. Because like, it's a fighting game. That
okay,
is the
right,
main
okay. So I will
concept
show
of
you
it.
the story, which, as is kind of being NetherRealm's strong suit at this point, is the really good stories in the their fighting games.
Yeah.
Especially when you compare it to, say, what Street Fighter V did, which was jack shit with story.
Yeah.
Like, from Mortal Kombat 9 right through to Injustice 2, they've had incredible stories, and this one's no different. I have played the entirety of the story, because it fucking just grabbed me, and suddenly I was done in about 10 to 12 hours.
I mean, like, a lot of fighting games use a story just as a way, it's a very loose narrative thread, whereas, it's like you said, ever since kind of the reboot, NetherRealms have really put a lot of, like, effort into their story.
Oh, forgot to put subtitles on.
Thanks for
That's fine.
asking.
So this continues. So in Injustice 1, there was 2 dimensions. One was your ordinary, Earth 52 or 52nd dimension, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And then the other dimension where Superman had been tricked by the Joker into killing Lois Lane, so he essentially became a tyrant in the world and basically started ruling the world with his regime.
He became Super Hitler.
Yeah. So this is continuing on that world, where at the end of that story, Batman prisons him in a Red Sun prison and is trying to, like, get the world back to where it was. But, like, people are still, like, super mistrusting of a lot of the superheroes because they're just very scared that something like that's going to happen again.
You won't kill, but you're fine
So
with traumatic
this is
brain
the first act, the chapter of the story, and this is actually flashing back to, like, when Superman's in the process of becoming evil. So the story is also set up kind of like they all are in the NetherRealm stories, where every chapter you'll kind of be a different character or two, just going through different stories of fights. So there are times where, like, you'll be 2 characters, and then for each fight you'll pick who you actually want to be, which does culminate at the end of, at the very end, you make a choice which dictates what your final chapter is.
I would say I was going to say, because I'm pretty sure the Batman of this universe died in the original.
No, the Batman from this universe, like, is the one who goes into the other universe, and, like, he, like, needs help from the other Batman.
Alright, okay. Easy kill then. It's one of Green Lantern, is it maybe? I can't
It's, yeah,
remember.
one of the people does die.
Yeah,
I think it might be Flash.
maybe it's Flash. The game actually, like, just from that cutscene, the game looks really nice.
Yeah, the game, I think this is actually quite possibly one of the best looking games I've seen on this new generation of consoles.
Like the facial animation itself is
There
really
is
cool.
a scene later on where Batman and Superman are having a talk, like, over, like, the old Justice League table, and, like, swear to God, there are bits that look like it is straight from, like, an actual DC film.
That's pretty cool. I also like how
Oh, she dodged it! Bitch!
that was kind of pathetic, because he just, like, it was like he's just trying to tackle him.
So standard Mortal Kombat stuff where you have 2 life bars, but it's not, like, new rounds. So, like, you take essentially your life bar into the next round.
Alright, I thought the life bars was a round.
No, so you have 2 sets of life bars, so once you lose the first one, like, you just get up and the next round starts. There's, like, no refreshing of life bars.
Alright.
So this is stuff that's carried over as well. It's the Clash stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, I can wager meter, but since she triggered it, if she beats me, she gets health back.
Right, okay.
So it's kind of a way to, like, if, say, you lost the first round, it's kind of a way to pull it back in your favor. That's not the move. Oh God!
Whoa! Don't know how I feel. When
What?
something goes heal. It just brings back a lot of memories. So now that she's glowing, does she get extra defense? Oh, a neck.
No, so another thing they've brought over from Injustice 1 is the idea of character powers. So everyone has their own unique power. So, like, for Batman, he, like, summons 3 batarangs around him that I can then, like, send out.
Yeah.
Like that, or I can, like, make them spin around me. So for Wonder Woman, Justice Woman, her thing is she gets a random buff essentially, like, and it'll up. So, like, sometimes she'll get, alright, she's faster and recovers faster, or her whip does more damage, stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, okay, there we go.
And then, but those are different for each character, and as you can see, like, oh, they have different charge rates and all. So, like, you can see, I don't have. If I cast my power now, I'd only get 2 of those batarangs back.
Yeah. But now if you do it, you get 3.
Yep. So yeah, see, so, like, that's that first round over. I don't get, like, none of our health reset.
Yeah.
So it's just, that's just the way Mortal Kombat has done it since 9, I believe.
It is, like, I think it's a more organic way.
Yeah.
Like, it makes, because, like, in a story, you're not going to be like, alright, stop, it's the first round
Yeah.
over, you know?
So I think one of the biggest differences actually in Injustice 1 and I believe MKX, the story fights are only one round, I believe. Like it was just, you have one health bar, that's it. So I think maybe they've changed it just for this. So obviously everyone has their supers that are appropriately ridiculous for most people.
Of course, yeah.
It's over, Diana.
Oh god. Not
Do not lose now.
I'll try not to.
Face my blade.
I want to. So, and obviously, if I can get her close to me, I'll show you. Right. So the environmental stuff is back.
Oh, yeah.
So you can just fuck people into. So there is a one of the stages is in a bar. One of the environmental things is just to throw a drunk dude into someone. You just grab him from his stool and chuck them into the other person.
Where is he?
Where is she?
Cell block.
Kevin Conroy, obviously back as Batman. Kevin Conroy back as
Of
Batman.
course he is.
You can't
Fucking
turn
awesome.
your back on him.
The best
He
man.
needs you.
Best Batman.
That's why I came.
So this is before he's lost
Yep.
it?
So this is before. So
Superman
this is
lost
when
it?
like Superman is not. He's turning evil. Like he's starting to enact his like regime
But yeah,
coming
yeah,
into
so he
place.
hasn't got his full dictatorship
No.
yet. So it bounces between the two then, does it?
No, this is the only flashback bit. I just want to show it
Alright.
because it's kind of it's early on.
Plus it's less spoilery.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do with us? Where we going?
Someone who was
I ain't going nowhere.
That was a bit
Tell me what's
weird.
happening.
he was very much along the lines of, I'm really concerned,
Yeah.
but I'm still going to be violent.
So the other thing that I think this is actually mainly used for is to introduce Robin's place in the story because he wasn't really in the first one. It was Nightwing from the other dimension.
Yeah.
So this actually shows you that Robin joined Superman during this whole conflict.
Oh, cool.
Because, like, Damian Wayne is like, yeah, you could have saved millions of lives if you'd just taken a stand and actually killed people.
someone, yeah.
Like, imagine all the damage you could have saved if you'd just killed Joker. Like, you wouldn't have lost Jason all those years ago.
2 minutes.
Does it talk about how... Because they bring in more armor, like the stuff you saw there.
Yeah.
Does it discuss how,
These
or
inmates
on the title
are
screen and all, like,
irredeemable. They're
where
thieves.
they get the armor and stuff from?
So none of the loot stuff carries over into this. Like, whenever someone changes costume, it is very much
That's
just
the
a
problem
story
with
thing.
fighting for truth and justice.
Like,
The
none of the
battle
loot
never
stuff, I
ends.
believe, carries over in the single player.
Executing them will end it. First Joker, now this. When does it stop?
When there's no more crime. When people can live without fear. We want
Superman's
the
voice
same
actor is
thing,
hit and miss at
Bruce.
times.
I wanted to kill my
I
parents.
feel like
murderer.
that's
I could have,
just
but that's not
what
the life
Superman
we
kind
want.
of brings in people, because he
It's not the
can't
life
do...
Lois would want for you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that is his character. Is that a red kryptonite
A
bomb?
red solar grenade.
Never
To
mind.
dull your powers, you need to stop.
Like, bits like
Time
that,
to
like,
grieve
especially close-ups of
before
Batman, I
it's
think
too
look
late.
fucking awesome.
You
Yeah.
However, him outside of the suit doesn't look as good. Not gonna
I
lie.
imagine that's just because of...
They probably modeled his face to look really good in the suit, and then kind of realized, oh, if we take him out of the suit, it doesn't look as good.
Which is why I have to stop you.
Sorry, there's an ice cream truck going in the background if you can hear that, unfortunately. I think it's because
So I'll do this fight then.
Batman is the suit, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that's always something I find really... not stupid. I feel like having Superman in a fight, it's not NetherRealm's fault, it's DC's fault, but because he is this all-powerful thing,
Yeah.
they keep having to find ways to, like, justify...
Why people can beat him.
Yeah, exactly.
And they kind of have the same issue with Supergirl in this one as well, when she gets introduced into the story.
like you have to hit them with like oh,
there's always a
Superman.
reason, like, it's not... And I think it's just an issue that DC has in general,
Yeah, I mean this
is that...
it's like I said, this is not NetherRealm's problem.
Yeah.
This is something that's been going on with DC for ages. Which is why Superman has never been as popular as Batman, because he is just fucking
Because he is essentially invulnerable half the time.
yeah.
There's no peace in revenge.
Oh god,
I would dodge. You did not dodge.
I did not dodge. That would have been his super, but the initial attack killed me anyway, so...
Okay. You got really lucky there, kinda. Well, no, I suppose because it was going to do the same amount of damage.
Yeah. Fuck that dead body into you.
Jesus Christ.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Ow, ow, ow. He really is weakened that one punch can take him out of a charge.
So I will say, I am no expert in fighting games. I am not great at any of them.
But
So do not expect massively pro play coming out here.
Yeah, no. Ah, sick ass kip up.
Oh, he's clashed.
I'll never stop.
If you win this, you win
Not
the
the
fight.
smartest
Right?
choice.
Boom.
How many? Like, is that just a story thing?
No, so the clashes are you essentially what's happening is you bet your meter. So like, say you both have 3 meter, you both bet 3. It ends up being a tie, but you both lose those 3 bars a meter. So there is kind of like a risk reward to it.
How many women have you killed?
121.
121. Huh. Sounds incorrigible to me.
Robin, let him go!
You'd rather fight your friends than the real problem.
I'm warning you, son.
Son? You didn't raise me. The League of Assassins did.
Oh shit, son!
Problem solved.
Alright, so I'll jump out of here and we will take a look at some of the loot stuff. So, kind of like any loot game these days, motherfucking boxes, Hans.
Yeah.
Loot boxes. So you get these for various different things, like you get a box every time you level up your profile, you get a box for completing the different arcade modes and stuff.
Yep.
And for doing story and everything, so I will open a few of these just to show what is happening. So, each person has 5 pieces of loot, essentially. Like, where they can put loot.
Armor
So,
slots.
yeah, slots. So there's 5 slots, 2 ability slots, which can actually replace your abilities in a match. And 1 shader, which just is like a whole color thing.
It's a costume.
Yeah.
The
Well,
Can-
shader,
can-
not necessarily costumes, because sometimes it is just, alright, I'm going to change the color of what this is.
Okay. Does it actually? Can you change your super?
I don't think the super will ever change. I think it's just the basic abilities. So as you can see that each of these do have stats.
Yeah.
So this is where like a lot of concerns have come in for this. Is like, alright, does this just mean that like in competitive play, is it just going to be completely stat based and I could completely trounce people despite the fact of my skill level? Yeah. So they've kind of alleviated that with like whenever you play online, you're skilled up to level 20 and your loot skills with you.
Okay.
So obviously higher level loot will be better, but it's not like you're going to be at a massive disadvantage.
But it kind of brings into the idea of then what's the point? What's the point in bringing it in? Like, if it doesn't transfer to the story mode, it doesn't transfer over and doesn't really transfer over into online play. Really, all you're using this for is arcade mode.
But that it does kind of like you can do it in there. So like, say, all right, I know I play very ability based. Like I'm trying to get combos out with my abilities, so it would make sense for me to try and equip all my characters with ability based gear instead of like say strength, which is mainly combo based, your defense, your health.
Yeah.
So obviously, if that stuff's scaling up, it's going to suit my playstyle better. And then the other side of it is there is tournament mode, which is obviously for stuff like Evo, which is literally just alright, base characters, no.
Yeah.
So I'm going to open this diamond one, Hans. I haven't opened any diamond ones yet. I've only got 2 after playing about 15 fucking hours.
Right.
I'm going to open one, see how good this loot is. Oh, that's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah, so it's the standard like Diablo or World of Warcraft stuff where it's like common, rare, epic. Loot hunt!
Destroyer of dog.
Yeah!
The cat is the destroyer of dog, Nick.
Alright, so I'll actually now go in and show you like how you can customize a character, because I have a lot of loot. So this is just a fat list of every character, Hans.
Yeah.
And all the pieces of loot I have for them. So,
Your Batman is a little bit higher than everyone else, Nick.
because that's what I've been playing. I like Batman.
That is, see, to me, that is a big thing about DC is,
Everyone loves Batman.
and not much else. Like Batman, how many people from like you ever met that turn around and go like, you know who's my favorite hero? Aquaman.
I'm sure there's one guy out there.
Yeah, one guy.
But like what I like about the story mode is it does introduce, like, I've played Batman, I like Batman. I've played some Supergirl in the story mode, I like how she plays. Like, it is, like, there are sets of people, it's just happened that Batman comes up a lot in the story. Especially as the final chapter is a choice between Batman and Superman.
But again, there's your problem right there. Is like they've clearly made Batman the biggest person you play in the story because most people prefer Batman over any other. Like, it's not, again, not everyone's fault. It is DC's fault. Whereas like their roster is very much just okay. There's Batman and there's Superman, and then there's some like side characters. Like most people would say, Robin's their favorite superhero over something like Aquaman. You know what I mean? Like, whereas if you look at say Marvel, its roster's pretty like you got Wolverine, Spider-Man, multiple of the X-Men, Deadpool. Like, I don't know. It's DC's fucking fault. DC are just trash.
So this is where you can see, like, alright, I have this level 8 helmet that I've unlocked for Batman. It looks different from this level 1 or this level 21.
Are they all references to... Like, that is clearly a reference to the George Clooney-esque Batman series.
Well, they are, like, a lot of them are, like, alright, especially the helmets, which are obviously a bit more distinguishable, are, like, very, alright, these are references to, like, armor he has worn in the past.
Yeah.
So you see that, like, oh, this level 21, it has, like, actual other, like, augments, like, alright, if I have this equipped, I'm gonna get more experience.
Yeah.
Or, like, and it also has, like, a set bonus.
Why have you not equipped it?
Because level 20, my Batman's only level 10 has.
Oh,
Come on!
all right, okay.
So, and then you'll get the other stuff, like, obviously, like, stuff like arms is maybe a bit more subtle in what it changes. And then, so...
Alfred's favorite gloves.
So, and then I also have this level 20 belt. So you get level 20 rewards whenever you complete a chapter with a person. A chapter in the story mode as that person. So since I've completed 2 Batman chapters, I got 2 level 20s.
But then, sir, that means you've...
I've got level 20s for other people as well, yeah.
Pretty much... How many people do you really play as in the story mode?
I'm gonna say about 12 to 15.
Okay.
It's mainly good guys. There are, like I said, of people who don't play it. So this is where I'm saying, like, there's ability stuff. So this isn't actually changing ability. This actually lets you, like, meter burn. It's like do an EX ability. So you use your meter to empower an ability, but that lets you now do it for one of your parry moves, which it normally can't be. But I never use the parry, so I don't have it equipped. And then this is where the other, like, shader stuff comes in. So this is just like, alright, I want to change my armor color.
Yeah.
Into, like, different references. Batman Beyond.
I was going to say, it kind of looks like Earth 52.
Or
Earth 2.
So you get, so there are some really nice ones, and then if I go to someone, if I can remember correctly, say, where is Flash? So this is where they bring in, like, the idea of alternate costumes.
Yeah.
So, like, no matter what loot you have, it'll completely change the actual outfit. You'll still get your loot bonuses, but it'll just change how the outfit looks.
Yeah, it's a skin.
Yeah.
It's weird that Batman doesn't have any of those.
Yeah.
You thought he would have something. Should we have nothing for Flash, really?
No. So, like, the loot is obviously, it is all very random-esque.
Yeah.
So, I think I have a level 20 for Flash somewhere, because he is a chapter in the story. Must be his, yeah, it's his wings. So, yeah, I do have a level 20 for Flash, but obviously, level 20, can't use it yet.
Yeah.
So, but then, there's also really interesting ones, like, if I go to, where was it?
Is it Swamp Thing?
Something gets some nice stuff. Oh, I don't have unlocked anything for him.
So what
Sorry,
the hell the changes for him, like?
It's like some stuff like, oh, he'll like...
Different weapon.
Yeah, different weapon.
Can't imagine his
I've got
torso
this different
changing
head.
Sparta!
Yeah, so they get... Okay, I've never... Alright, they are. I was hoping for like some maybe like drastic recolors of Swamp Man would be pretty funny.
Swamp Thing is a weird character. I mean...
How cool that Scarecrow is!
He's bound to have one.
What?
A different skin.
No.
Fuck
I think
off.
there's only like 5 in the game. And Flash has 2 of them.
Oh,
Oh, look how cool that Scarecrow is!
he actually looks deformed though.
Oh, it's great.
Like does it explain how he got this even in this
That's
story?
not actually him, is what it is.
Okay.
It is what the fear toxin makes you think Scarecrow looks like.
But you actually see the regular
Yeah, you see
Scarecrow?
there. It's just him in a suit with a bag on his head.
So, Thingy-majig.
Yeah.
Scarecrow.
So, like,
Batman
Green
Begins,
Lantern has Black Lantern.
That's not Black Lantern, Nick. That is Black Green Lantern. Black Lantern is an entirely different thing.
Yeah.
Black Lantern.
It's the Death Corps.
Yeah.
That's Black Lantern.
Yeah.
I also got Purple Lantern.
Which is love? No, it's Pink Lantern's love.
Compassion.
Passion.
Come on, Hans. Right here, Hope.
Where's Pink love? Where's Pink? Not Pink. That's why the pink is you're going to get probably
Avarice.
Rage. That's not Rage.
That's rich.
That's not Rage is red. That's white. Rage is you
Yeah.
have a Rage character. That's Rage.
No, that's Rage Alternate. Come on. It's right there. Come on.
I hate you.
What?
I hate you so much.
Fear. Sinister Course.
Yeah.
So look, I actually really like the loadout stuff. I think it's a good way to do alternate costume stuff, like, and tying it into the gameplay.
You've announced some DLC characters, haven't they? Like there's Red Hood.
Yeah,
coming
so
out.
there's 3 DLC characters announced so far: Starfire, Red Hood, and Sub-Zero. from MK.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Because obviously Scorpion was in the original one. He was as a DLC character. And apparently was the most popular DLC character, so they're doing it again.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, like essentially, NetherRealm restarted this whole thing with DC versus Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
That's kind of when this whole thing kicked off. Like between the reboot of MK and then the Injustice stuff.
See how different this cat looks. Oh man! Oh man! I should start playing across this.
Got little horns on his head.
Oh, it's fucking great. So, the best one I think of these,
Wait, Captain Gold? Oh,
Mr. Freeskin.
I misread that. Oh, that's fucking awesome.
So this is where I think it gets really cool with this skin stuff, and I think it does actually open up a lot of doors.
I mean, it's a really crappy Mr. Freeze.
yeah, it's
but
not great, but it's a nice way of putting him in, and like I could see them doing the same thing for like Robin and Nightwing.
Yeah, or like Deathstroke and Red Hood.
Yeah. Like, there is cool stuff they could do with that skin stuff. So, Hans,
Yeah.
shall we do one fight?
Oh, I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
Yeah, you are, dog!
This is gonna be actually painful.
Just hit new user and then you can select guest. Do not sign in. So, what
we are going to have to post this episode after 9 o'clock because it's going to be so brutal we can't show up.
So, I'll show the two other things I really like in this. So, this is their equivalent of the arcade mode.
Mm-hmm.
These change, there are time limits on these because they all have like different effects. So, like, if I go into, say, this one,
Yeah.
it's like, alright, there will be different like modifiers in each of these fights. Like, so this is their equivalent of like an arcade mode. So these will keep refreshing like every day, which I think is a really nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
So it says they're like, oh, El Diablo will assist you. So then, like it'll be something like, alright, random fire pillars will appear in a fight. Like one of the ones I did was like, alright, occasionally a health pickup gets thrown into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is a good way of also like getting your gear, like so you can get loot boxes and stuff like that. And then the other thing I think is really nice is if you go to tutorial and characters, it actually will walk you through a lot of the combos a character has. Like, so it shows you like, alright, here's 6 like pretty basic combos for Batman.
Yeah.
That like will help you at least learn them a bit. So they do a really good job of teaching you some fighting game stuff, which I think is nice. Which it's something like Street Fighter didn't do, and I think MKX maybe didn't have a lot of. And I think it's something they've really taken on.
So I suppose this is going to be a good way to find out if its whole claim of easy to pick up and play, difficult to master kind of holds true. Because this really could be a slaughtering. Oh, Battle of the Sidekicks, Nick. Did I just bitch slap you?
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
Oh sweet, this is the bar. I'm gonna throw a drunk dude at you.
I'd rather you didn't. I'd really rather you didn't throw a drunk guy at me, Nick.
Another body to send back to Batman.
Don't sound so happy about it.
Maybe I want to watch you suffer.
Do you want to do button check, Hans?
Just fuck already, right? Punch.
So squares light, triangles medium, X is heavy. Circle is your character power.
Oh, well, thanks, Nick. Yeah.
So I believe if
Come
you hit,
touch that,
if
Nick.
you hit O again, you'll like explode that, I assume.
Yeah, we'll come. Let's find out. Oh, run away! Oh, you bitch! Ow! Ah, blah, blah. Ah, blah, blah.
So that's a lot less range than I thought it was.
There it is. Right.
So
Yeah. Oh, I did a thing.
L1 is your throw, and then both triggers will be your super once you have full meter.
What's contextual thing?
R1. So you'll see it'll briefly pop up. So you see the way underneath my health bar it says R1 there.
Oh yeah.
That means I can do something.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep hitting R1. Ah. I'd rather he didn't. Yes. Fuck you, bitch.
Oh god! Oh shit!
Nick, you cheat! You are tired!
I can have you down all day.
You cheated. Nick cheated! Nick absolutely cheated!
My thumb slipped off.
You
the
needed to
stick.
cheat to fight me, who's never played the game before, Nick. What is wrong with you? Ow! I'm so far away from you. How do you keep going off the screen?
It's one of my abilities.
Ah! I did not approve. Ah! Come on now! Oh, there we go. Okay, that's great. Apparently, I can do a thing now. Ah! Rah, rah, rah.
Can I throw this TV? No? No, okay. Yes, that'd be. Oh, throw me into the loot box.
Ah! Rah, rah, rah.
Stop sticking your sword in me.
I tried to do a special.
Yeah, so it's both R1
Oh,
or
it's
R2,
the
L2.
bottom ones. Okay.
So I'll let you do this. Because I don't think I've ever seen Robin's actually.
That's a lot of Robin ranks. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot her super short range.
Supergirl wins.
Of course she did. Never fucking played the game before. Not gonna lie, I feel like the whole claim of pick up and play kind of bullshit.
Hit X.
Like I couldn't think of any way to do a combo there, and like I kind of button mashed at certain points.
Well, I feel like once I am not amazing at fighting games, as I said, but once I did the tutorial, at least I did get a good grasp of like, all right, here's how like a basic combo for everyone is just like medium heavy. Like it does teach you like, all right, here's the general rules for every character, and then go and do those character tutorials. It does teach you a lot more. So the final thing, I
Jesus
think.
Christ.
No, this is just a really stupid thing that is. I'm like, I don't know why it's here. No, that's the wrong place. Where is it? That's in multiplayer, isn't it? AI Battle Simulator. So, Hans, do you remember WWE Supercard?
Yes.
So, do you know the way in WWE Supercard, you like basically pick 3 cards and you fought. Basically, those went up to the cloud and you could fight against other people's AI cards?
Yes.
This is that taken to a whole nother level.
Right.
Because if I want to do fight, basically, this is a list of people. Alright, here are 3 people's, like, people they have chosen. I pick person. That's fine, alright. And then I pick my 3 people.
Super Wonder Woman.
I just pick the same ones I have as my defenders.
Yeah.
Then the AI just fights.
Why?
I don't know. But you can sit at the fast forward and fucking fly through these fights.
Do you get loot and stuff?
Yeah, it's just like your characters get experience and all. So I think it's just maybe, like, if you just want to, like, leave this... It's essentially a clicker. Like, they'll just fight.
Knocked.
That's his character name. Or that's his player name.
Hey, look, you won.
Yep. And then let's go to the next fight. It's best 2 out of 3.
Okay. That's
It's weird. And but like this, like doing it will get you loot boxes and like will level up your characters.
Is it maybe in case you're stuck and so...
I don't know. It's just weird.
You're going sky high.
He looks like fucking Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Time for it to
What's
rain
that
arrows.
supposed to do?
Or Supergirl get the phone.
Yeah.
Batman got did well.
Green Arrow wins.
Right, Nick.
Hans. I'll just let this play.
Yeah, disable the fast forward, might as well. Nick.
Hans.
If I was on the fence about Injustice 2, what would you say to me?
If you're like yourself and have no interest in fighting games, this is not for you, but you should know that going in.
Yeah.
If you have like the slightest interest in fighting games like I do, NetherRealm have the best offerings going currently. Street Fighter, they screwed the pooch with 5 and like lost a lot of goodwill with fans and just made it like impossible. Didn't make it like accessible for people like me who just who like don't have a lot of interest in fighting online. NetherRealm have been like the fighting game studio for me at the minute, where like they do these really good story-based fighting games. The fighting systems are easy enough to get into once you know a basics about what's going on. And I think like if you're like me and have a decent interest in fighting games, pick this up because I think it is like until probably Mortal Kombat 11, it'll be the best thing out there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you're really into fighting games, this probably isn't for you. It's not as deep as something like, say, Tekken or Guilty Gear or Street Fighter. But, like, for
Wonder Woman
the
wins.
casual fighting game fan like myself, I think Injustice is the best fighting game there is at the minute.
Yeah, like it's like you said, like it's a good game. Like as a fighter, I can understand it, though I do think it falls like just from that, I feel like it falls flat with the whole claim of it's for everyone, even guys with fighters. You know, it's a simple combat, you can get used to it. It's not really. Like you whooped my ass there.
Well, I whooped your ass because I've been playing this for like 15 hours now for the past 2 days.
I feel like the adding of the RPG stuff is it's a good idea, but the fact it's barely used is a bit silly to me. I feel like it's like if they like people are like, the fighting community can be very bitchy, and I feel like if this wasn't, if the if the fighting community didn't just backlash at the whole idea of like loot and like gear, it's a really good idea to bring online. But because it's people just being like, oh, but then it's just going to be about he's got the best gear, not he's going to be the best skilled. I feel like it's a bit silly, but it's a nice touch. Yeah, I mean, if you like fighting games, just fucking buy it. It's a fighting game. In my opinion, it's a fighting game with a semi-decent story. Don't get me wrong. But yeah. What's the bit after this? Oh yeah, so Nick, that is Injustice 2. Is there any tagline for this?
Nope, just Injustice 2. No subtitle.
Okay. That is Injustice 2. Available on PS4, Xbox One,
Nope, no PC
Not
release.
the PC.
So I think the whole idea was with the PC release is they kind of fucked up on the MKX one. Kind of lost a lot of goodwill with PC folks.
Yeah.
So I want to say maybe if this in like a year or two, when this gets like its Game of the Year or Complete Edition, it might come to PC, but I wouldn't expect it anytime soon.
Does fighters like PC gaming?
Yeah, it's not exactly.
Yeah, it's a console thing.
Yeah, mainly because like it's difficult to play on a keyboard and mouse. Like you would need a gamepad anyway. So
anyway, yes. So ranging from I'm gonna say it's probably about 45 quid.
yeah, I got this for 42.
Oh, there you go. So 42 to 45 quid.
Loot.
Oh goodness gracious me! Sorry. Yes, thanks very much, Nick.
Oh,
Well, all right.
2 epics.
Thanks very much, Nick.
Thanks, Hans.